The federal government is targeting more than 150,000 Texans. That's how many people in our state receive their Social Security benefits by paper check. However, that will soon change and there will be direct deposit in just a few short weeks. Financial expert Barbara Walker-Green, president of Advanced Wealth and Retirement Planning, is here to weigh in on this. Why is the federal government pressuring seniors to do this now?
Money. It costs, it's estimated by the administration that it will cost an additional $1 billion over the next 10 years to continue sending out paper checks. So it's kind of necessary in order to cut some of the costs for, administering the Social Security benefits to start receiving it electronically.
If you don't have it set up right now to receive electronic checks, how do you go about doing that?
Well, people will still get their checks, but they plan to become much more aggressive about getting people to switch over. And I know a lot of seniors are not real technically savvy, so they kind of resist it, but they are going to really push those seniors to start receiving those benefits electronically.
So should the seniors contact their banks and try and set that up, or is there a specific number that they can call?
Usually there's some assistance out there that will give them a number that they can call, but going to the bank and getting it set up is probably the easiest way to get it done.
Okay, and we have some information on our screen to let folks know they can call the Social Security Administration or visit the office and pick up a form. If a senior does not do this by March 1st, what happens? I mean, you said they'll still get checks, but for how long?
They'll still get checks, but again, the administration plans to really crack down on it because they really want to cut the cost of sending out paper checks. And it will also help avoid checks getting lost in the mail or someone stealing the checks. So it is a benefit there for them to take it electronically. And for some people, a lot of them like that physical check because it just makes them feel better. But a lot of them also control their spending by getting paper checks. They deduct what they want to spend for the month, and then they're able to control their spending that way.
Okay, what impact could this have on, let's say, a senior's budget now?
Well, if they're used to getting a paper check and they go out and cash it, keep less cash, it helps them to control their spending because you spend more when you use plastic. But for some people, old habits die hard. So a lot of them continue to make mistakes and kind of destroy budgets by having money in the bank because a lot of people using debit cards treat those cards like credit cards as well. So a lot of times their budget can be affected that way as well.
Okay, can you share some of your strategies that elderly as well as folks like myself would be able to utilize to maximize our Social Security benefits?
Yes, and there's several tools on my website, which is personalwealthadvisor.com, that can help seniors to figure out some of those strategies. But one of the big ones is file and suspend. Many individuals don't realize that if there's two couples in the household, the higher wage earning spouse can file and suspend taking his benefit and allow him or her to take the higher of the two, which would be their benefit or half of the higher wage earner's benefit. And I've seen individuals come into my office that have increased their household income by thousands of dollars by utilizing this strategy. That is one. So it's important for them to really consider not just their own benefit, but the benefit of the spouse as well to see which one would yield a bigger return. And you can still do that even if you're already receiving the benefit. You can still go back and see which way would get you the better benefit.
So you can amend the form that you've already put in.
You can amend the form that you've already put in.
All right. Thank you so much. Barbara Walker-Green, president of Advanced Wealth and Retirement Planning. Thank you so very much. Great information.
Thank you.